Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a little, and it is little, a destash. I've decided that if I'm not going to color in a book, or I haven't colored in it in over a year, I would like to make room for new books instead of just staring at books that I'm not coloring in. Some of these have never been colored in, and the last couple I have a few pages, maybe 1 or 2 pages colored in. I'm not sure if anyone would be interested in a used book. I did go by my local senior center, and I know this is not going to sound that nice, but the coloring books were not well loved there, and that really bothered me. I wanted to go to people that are going to really enjoy the books and use them, and these, they're rarely used according to the people I spoke to. And when I looked at them, they're just kind of tossed over in a section, and someone's coloring one line in it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's mean of me to think the way I do. So please don't leave any hate comments at the bottom. Unless you're my troll, because I find you really funny. So if you want to leave a comment, please do. But everyone else, I understand that I would like to give them away. Some of these are not good for children, so I can't really bring it there. So I hope somebody wants them. And of course, they're free. I will ship them in the United States for free. If you're in Canada, I have not looked to see what the prices are to ship. I don't know if US to Canada is that expensive or not, but if you're interested in it, let me know and I'll look into the cost of whichever book you're interested in. I'm sorry, guys, for other countries. I looked into Australia. It is so expensive to ship something to Australia. And even Europe gets really pricey, and I can't afford to do all these books, worldwide. So I'm sorry, guys, just if you're in the United States, please let me know if you're interested in any of these books. And I will go through why I'm not coloring in it, so it kind of will help you. So I don't have much in the way of rules for this. What I would like is if you subscribe to the channel, maybe like this video, and if you can send it to someone else, that would be even better. But if you could do the first, subscribe to the channel and like this video, and leave a comment, so those are the three, sorry. So if you subscribe to the channel, comment below, which I'll tell you why, and like the video, I will put your name in probably either an app, or if there's not that many, just in a little basket, and I'll pick a name out. As far as comments, I would like you to leave your name and which book you're interested in. Once I pick, or maybe tell me what state you're in. I don't think it makes a difference because I'm shipping it anyway, but just, I don't know, let me know anyway. But if you leave your name and which book you're interested in, I will add your name to the list. I will leave this video up until the last day of September 2024. Either on that day or on October 1st, I will pick and contact anyone that's interested in any of the books to let them know that I'll be shipping it to them, and I will contact you directly so that you could give me an address that you want it to go to. So again, subscribe, comment with your information, like the video, and if you could send it to someone else, that would be great, but that's not required. So if you do those three, I will put your name in a hat or in an app and pick your name on the last day of September 2024. So let me get started into more of what this is about, and we'll move on from there. So let me start with the first one. which you saw from the top, is Selena Fennick's Gothic Mini Coloring Book. And this is a brand new book. The images are lovely. They're really, really pretty. I have never colored in it because of the size. I didn't really look when I was buying it, or not really paying much attention that it's a pocket-sized book. But even if I did at that time, because this is well over a year old, I think I imagined it more larger scale, like the Hannah Lynn books, you know, where the images are quite large, even though it's a mini book. I think this book would be really good for someone that likes to work. I'm not going to break this spine, so I'm sorry that this is a little annoying with me holding the flap on the side, but I want it to get to whoever is, pristine as possible. But I think this book is really good for someone that works with fine liners, because a lot of these spaces are quite small. I do not like working with fine liners that much. I really do enjoy my colored pencils. And with all of these small spaces, like all of these little details, this is not something I have worked in the last year. So I would like to give it away. I mean, especially something like this, you really need to use fine liners in this detail. This is tiny. The book itself is not much larger than my hand. So it's probably about the size of the Hannah Lynn books, maybe a little smaller, but it could just be the images that are making me feel that way. But it is a lovely book. If you work with fine liners or you like tiny detail, you're going to really like this book. So if you're interested in it, and it has some great Halloween pictures, like I said, it is a lovely book. But as you can see, really teeny tiny. So if you're interested in this book, please let me know. The next book I have is just a stress relieving designs. This is probably stock images, maybe. I don't think there is an artist in here. They are nice images. I like them. Like this owl is really pretty. It is a little Zentangle-y, and I don't really love doing Zentangle, but it really is the paper that I don't like. It is very thin. This might be something that if you love working with alcohol markers, this would be better for you. But as I mentioned a second ago, I'm mostly a pencil artist, so this paper doesn't really work well. I'm just struggling too much to get the saturation that I want without it getting all, gummed up. It is cute, but you have to like this whole Zentangle thing, because a lot of the book is that. There are a few mandalas, but the images, as I said, are pretty. Again, fine liner people, this is kind of nice because there is a lot of little detail in some of the images, not all of them. So basically my reason for this is I don't like the paper. But again, if you do any other media like alcohol markers, you might really enjoy this book. The images are pretty. They're very different. They go from mandalas to animals, objects like still life. Yeah, they're different weights, different styles, which makes me think they're stock photos. This does not look like AI to me, but I'm not really that great at determining whether something is or is not. But I think this is stock photos. So again, if you're interested in this book, let me know. The next book is, I don't know if anyone is going to be interested in this one, to be honest. This was a blind buy when I was in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It is a nice book. I just didn't realize that I don't like doing buildings that much. So I think that since it is all buildings, this is not going to get a lot of love from me. So if this is a place you've been to, or if you love doing buildings, this might be a good book for you. I also don't like that it's only one town, like one building per page. I think I would have liked more of like a landscape, like kind of like the front cover is. But again, this is a great book if you like working with alcohol markers because it is single-sided. So if you're interested in San Juan, Puerto Rico at all, and you don't mind like Amazon type printed paper, please let me know. The next book is also a new book, and this is Loveliness by Graziana Salvo. There are two reasons I don't really like, or I've never worked in the book. There are some images that I do find pretty, but number one, the paper again is this really, really, really smooth Amazon paper or Amazon type paper, but it is very smooth. So I don't see how you could really work that well in pencil with this because there's almost nothing for it to grab onto. So I have not tried even coloring in it. You know, once I felt the paper and saw some of the images, I just have not colored in it. My second reason you can see really well on this page, and it is the stark difference between the portrait and all of the other elements in the portrait. There's different line work. Some are thick, some are thinner. I don't know if she draws the front one and then these are stock images, or this piece is AI. I believe she does do all of the portraits. I just don't know why the other elements are of a different line weight and they look different than the rest of the image. You can see very much like it looks like it's added as an afterthought, like she drew this and then they wanted to fill the page with something. Not really too sure. It is a sketchy style, so even in what she's drawing, there's definitely a line weight difference between here and like her shirt and parts of her hair. You could see the skin has really a light, fine, almost a gray. And then you get to the line art up on top and it's very black. So again, not really too crazy about the different line weight, the different type of drawings, and the paper. So if you are a fan of Grazia Salvo and you would like this book, please let me know. The next book is another book I purchased before realizing that I do not like to work on buildings. Sorry. This is the first of the 3 books that I have colored something in. And in this book, I started coloring the nameplate page. I didn't finish it, but it is mostly colored in. The book has different styles, and that's not what bothers me. The paper is, yeah, I guess it's fine. It's, you know, we're back to this like Amazon type paper. Oh, sorry, I did two pictures in this book. And I started using some alcohol markers, but I didn't have that many. And, you know, it just wasn't working for me. But there are some beautiful images in here. if you don't mind that I have colored in 2 pages, this might be the book for you if you love coloring buildings. Some of it is more landscape and very, very different in styles, as I mentioned like a minute ago. So this might be royalty-free images, stock images. I don't know who's drawn this, but this looks like a line and ink work versus a very thick lines. So yeah, and then more of this, you know, detailed. I'm not going to say this is Zen doodly, but there's a lot of texture stuff going on. Like here we go. Here's like a more Zen doodly one. And it's a beautiful image. It's really cool looking. It's just not my thing. I just realized in another page or another book that I don't like doing buildings. So this is a used book. There are a few pages that are colored, but for the most part, it is not colored. There's plenty of stuff for you to color in if you like doing buildings. So again, if this is your thing, contact me. Reminder, this is a used book. So you will see some of my really early coloring. And I think this is really early. This might be like 2.5 years old and one of the first ones I've tried. The next book is rather thick. There you go. It's a rather thick book. There's a lot of images in here. This is Rachel Mintz, which I believe is a publisher and not an artist. This is definitely an AI book. I do love the images, but I'm trying not to color in AI. There were a few images in here that I scanned because like, all right, maybe they are so cool. I would like to do them like some of these goblins. So I'm not like wholly against AI. I'm just trying not to. No judgment from me, by the way. If you like AI, you know, hey, these images are gorgeous. There's nothing to say about it, except for the fact that they do all look a lot alike. Like the women all sort of look the same. Every once in a while, you will get someone that looks very different, but like you could see here, she does not look that different to me than her. So yeah, okay. The face itself can be quite the same. The cool thing about it is there are some male figures in here, which when I bought this, wasn't that common to find male figures in coloring books. So it was one of the reasons that I did like it. But as I mentioned, this is used. Here's me trying to do some, I think, alcohol marker work, and I was so bad at it in the beginning. I'm still bad at it now, actually. But so there are a few images that are partially colored. I did color 1 or 2 fully, so you would have that in the book. Somewhere here, I think I colored more than just that alcohol marker thing. Oh, yeah. This guy I did for Father's Day one year, and I think he came out pretty good, but that's it. Oh, her. Liked that too. So there are 2 images fully covered, 1 partially covered, but there seems to be like what I'm going to guess is around 50 pages in here. So there's plenty of images to color. So if you like coloring fairies and elves and trolls, this is a good book if you don't mind coloring AI. So again, Elf of Paladin. If you want me to send you the book, please let me know. And this may or may not be a surprise that I'm giving away an R.J. Hampson book. I think I put it in my regrets video that I really do not like the paper here. I don't know why I can't get it to do anything. I own another R.J. Hampson book, which I will keep because I like those images a little bit better than the Night Garden. But I really am not coloring in either one of them. I will, with the other book, start to scan the images and print it on cardstock. But I don't like working on cardstock all that much. I do prefer working in a book. So that's the reason that I'm going to give away this R.J. Hampson book, Night Garden. This is a hardcover book. The paper, I believe, is Amazon printed. I did do at least one image in here. We'll go through it just so you could see the images while we're trying to find what I did color. I mean, the images are nice. I just prefer the other book. Wow. No, I know I colored. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's like one of the first pages. It's this one. It's not even complete. I did use alcohol marker on this. But like I said, I'm not that good with alcohol marker. I'm definitely not good at shading with it. So I have to use my pencil over it, and I just don't like the feel of it. So I am going to get rid of this R.J. Hampson book. So if anybody in the United States wants this one, please let me know. So I may be doing, that's it for books. I may be doing some coloring supplies at a later date. I'm not exactly sure what that might be, but again, I think I've made the decision that if I don't enjoy using it, or it's something that I'm not loving at all, that it deserves to go to someone that will love the supply, or in this case, the book. So I will look through my stash to see what I have not used in over a year and have no interest in using. So that may be like even smaller of a video than this one, because I kind of do like most of my supplies. As I mentioned in the front, if you're interested in any of these books, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and if you could send it or to someone else, that would be fantastic. If you do all three of those things, I will put your name in a list. I'm not sure if I'm getting some kind of app to do that, or if I'm just going to throw the names in a pot and just pick them out. But you do need to let me know which, if any, of these books you'd be interested in having. So again, thanks guys for watching this video. I really appreciate the time you gave me, and I hope somebody wants some of these books and we'll give them some love. So thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.